Hey, what's up? Welcome back to It's Just Gems. Make sure you smash that like button as you enter. I want to share this video of it's a random white guy. I don't know who he is, but he's speaking the truth regarding the Irish. And especially now since reparations has become a hot issue, more people are starting to speak out and speak against it. And you have white people saying, oh, well, my family was Irish. We were slaves too. We had to work. And that's false. That is a complete lie. And they probably know it's a lie. It's a difference between slavery and indentured servant. And so this man on the screen, he's going to break it down for those who need to hear a white man say it and just explain it. But I'll follow up with my commentary.
How many times do we need to go over this? The Irish, Chinese, and Dutch were not slaves. They were indentured servants. They came to this country. They were allowed to do work and sign contracts to earn money, property, and land. And they were allowed to be married. They were allowed to keep their last names. They were allowed to keep their culture. They were allowed to keep their religion. They were allowed to pass said property they earned during indentured servitude on to their family and children. They were in no way the same as chattel slavery, period. They were in no way ever treated as 3/5 of a man. They were never reduced to the color of their skin and treated less than the animals on plantations and land they worked, period. Stop comparing other races' hardships to chattel slavery. It's not the same thing. Chattel slavery raped, murdered black women, children, and black men. They hung black people from trees for the color of their skin because they thought they were less than. They thought they were an abomination. They were left with scars on their backs, ripped open, flesh falling off their backs, blood pouring out because people reduced them to less than a human being. The Irish, Chinese, and Dutch never went through that, period. Black people were stripped of their culture, their names, their identity. They were stripped of everything that made them what they were before they were captured and brought here as slaves and thrown into a chattel slavery system. I'm tired of white people trying to justify slavery by saying, oh, we went through it too. No, your ancestor didn't. And let's not also forget that most of the Irish who were indentured servants assimilated into the culture and became the overseers that whipped the slaves themselves. They raped the slaves. So knock it off.
It was a nice little history lesson. They act like they forgot that those overseers whipping, beating, graping, as he said, the slaves were Irish. So how are you comparing your situation or your ancestors' plight with the people they were oppressing and abusing? Whether they were poor doesn't make a difference. They had assimilated into whiteness and they were above Negroes. So I 100% agree with what he was saying. A lot of people do that online, especially I've never heard this conversation in person. It's always an online debate where white people try to chime in and say how their ancestors were indentured servants and do they get reparations too? No, you got the whiteness that you got the property that they obtained. They once it was time to separate black and white, they went right over there with the white folks. They got them jobs. They got them police jobs. They got them good jobs. They need to check their history. But my feeling is they already know the history. They know what they're saying is false. But they just want to gaslight black people. And they want to muddy the waters in hopes that reparations never comes to the descendants of chattel slavery in America. But this ship is moving. It's moving and you can see it. More people are starting to talk against it. Even the black coons, the faces they throw out in front. There's a man running for governor in Minnesota, a black man. He did a whole hit piece saying we need fathers in the black community, not reparations. Like, no other group has to put up with such nonsense. Nobody's challenging everything that the Jews get or standing in their way. They don't have other Jews that are saying, no, they should have not gotten reparations. Nobody's saying that. But we have to fight our own people or people that look like us, along with outside races that some of them are even here in the United States because of what Black Americans have done historically. But yet they're still turning and spitting in our faces saying, you shouldn't get it. Y'all don't deserve reparations. You were never a slave. Come learn your history before you come talking against our claim. This is a reparations claim that is owed to our community that built this land that you call America. I'm sick of it. I'm so tired of everybody that has something to say negatively about Black people and what's owed to us. No other race built this country the way that we did for zero, just for the clothes on our back and some slop to eat. And we made the most of it. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Again, hopefully some of the white people in the back, they can see this and maybe they'll say, oh, well, yeah, that's true. And stop lying when they see their own. And even some Black people need to be convinced. So maybe this white man saying it can help them to realize, oh, okay, it was different. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, peace.